What I really think is as close as you're going to get to a perfect meal. And that's how I think about our shake. That it is as close as you're going to get to a perfect meal, meaning it really should be part of your day. No matter if you're trying to lose weight or you just want to be healthier, you should have that at least once a day. I have it for breakfast almost every single morning, and I do that because no matter what happens the rest of the day, between meetings and travel and deadlines and whatever else may hit, I know that I've at least done that for my body. And so what I'm doing with that for my body is certainly giving myself the proteins. I'm giving myself a really good blend of very high quality, very pure proteins. We use primarily whey protein isolate, the purest type of protein that your body can use for lots of things. But the reason we use whey protein isolate as our primary protein, blended with a little bit of whey protein concentrate and a little bit of whey protein hydrolysate and a little bit of pea protein to round out the amino acid profile. The reason we concentrate on whey protein isolate is because that's the best kind of protein for fat loss and for maintaining lean mass, which for people who are trying to lose weight is exactly what you're trying to do. It's not really weight you're concerned with. It's the ratio of your lean mass to your fat mass. You want to lose the fat, keep the lean, keep the muscle. That's what the whey protein isolate is particularly good at. So that's a great place to start. But a lot of shakes just stop there. They give you the whey protein, or they give you some sort of protein, and then they might give you some flavors and some sweeteners and things like that to stop there. But for an overall best nutrition, what you actually want is to combine that protein with the right kinds of carbohydrates and the right fibers and the right fats. And that's exactly what we do with the Reveal Shake. So on top of those excellent proteins, we also give you highly digestible fibers so that your digestive system works appropriately, so that it helps control appetite. Fiber is associated with something called satiety, our feeling of hunger. But we also want those fibers to be digestible. We could just give you a bunch of fiber and you'd end up having bloating and gas and cramping and things like that. We certainly don't want to have that. So we give you forms of fiber that are very, very highly digestible. When we look at carbohydrates, people sometimes will look at carbs and say, nope, that's something I want to avoid. But we actually want to give you healthy carbohydrates because your brain primarily wants to use glucose as its fuel source. Whenever it doesn't have enough glucose, your brain really won't work as well. And if it's not working as well, you might be more prone to cravings and hunger pangs and things like that, so that you'll be seeking out foods that you actually don't really want to bring on board, junk food and things like that. So you actually want some carbohydrates, the right kinds of carbohydrates that bring your blood sugar up slowly and let it round off and come down slowly. That effect, that slow rise, sustained peak, and then low drop in blood sugar is a potent signal to your brain that you've eaten. So when I do that at breakfast, when I take in the proteins and carbohydrates and fats and fibers all blended like that, it tells my body, it signals my body that I've eaten something and that I've eaten the right blend of nutrients. So we want to have those carbohydrates in there, but we want to have them in the right forms, and that's exactly what's built in to the Reveal Shake. And then we also want to look at healthy fats. We don't want to have a no-fat situation, because fiber improves satiety or appetite control in one way, carbohydrates do it in another way, and fat does it in yet another way. So we want to be signaling the brain as much as possible, signaling the gut as much as possible, that we have eaten sort of a full meal. And that's what these Reveal Shakes really are. They're meal replacements. When you can't get that healthy breakfast or that healthy lunch or that healthy dinner, this is a place where you can fill that gap, so to speak. So that's great. We have all the macronutrients in the right forms, in the right ratios, but we also want to go beyond even that to make this healthier, to make this that perfect meal that I referred to before. And we do that with something that we call nutrient density. In the shakes, you have what is perhaps the highest nutrient density product on the market, meaning that that's going to be the most nutritious meal that you'll get all day. And it comes from the vitamins and minerals that we add into the shake. But it primarily comes from the phytonutrient blends, the vegetable antioxidants, carotenoids, for example, things like beta-carotene and lycopene and lutein that we would be getting if we were eating brightly colored vegetables. But then the phytonutrient nutrients from fruits, the flavonoids, things that are coming to us from acai and related flavonoids such as that. The reason that you want these in there is because it's part of the antioxidant network. So we're delivering to you the C and the E and the cysteine that you'll find is one of the amino acids in the proteins that we're giving, so that you can produce your own thiols. But we're giving you the flavonoids and the carotenoids so that we're rounding out that whole antioxidant network that I've talked about on several earlier editions of From the Lab. So when you look at what we have overall, it really is that perfect meal. And it's something you can start your day with and then sort of wipe your hands and say, I've done that. Or it's something you can use in the middle of the day, where a lot of us will sometimes skip lunch or go through the drive-thru, and we know that's not good for us. But look at that shake as so much more than just a protein shake. Look at it as that perfect meal. Look at it as something that, whether you're trying to lose weight or not, you want to have that level of nutrition in your body.
The Scientific Advisory Board also evaluated the most recent literature and thought it was very important to pay attention, of course, to calories, but also nutrient adequacy and nutrient diversity as well. And then we thought that high fiber diet was important for satiety. We also thought low glycemic index was important because of the recent literature, and a little bit higher protein diet as well. In terms of nutrient adequacy, I think that, first of all, it's really hard to achieve all the nutrients that you need every single day, just with the typical diet that we eat. We only eat 16 to 17 foods total, typically, and the new program is comprised of a lot more than that. And having more and more foods that are concentrated sources of nutrients are a great way of helping people achieve nutrient adequacy, especially when they need to cut calories to lose weight. The RVL program is a state-of-the-art weight loss program that's based on sound science. So, the literature was scoured and we looked at studies that were done that support every single recommendation that is promoted in the product. As a member of the Scientific Advisory Board, we all evaluated the literature very extensively to see what works for weight loss and how a program could be developed that would be effective. And in looking at the National Weight Control Registry program, we saw that people who lost 30 pounds and kept it off for at least a year had 5 practices that helped them lose the weight and keep it off. And they were as follows: decrease calories, eat breakfast, participate in physical activity, have social support, and then do self-monitoring. However, some people kept food logs, other people took their weight every day. And so on the basis of that, we started with recommendations that you'll see in this new weight loss program. Monavie has used their Science Advisory Board to evaluate and make recommendations about the RVL program. And we've all evaluated the literature and feel that the program is based on sound science. Our recommendations have been implemented in the RVL program.
I encourage you to get on RVL, whether or not you have weight to lose or not, because calorie for calorie is the most nutritionally dense calorie that you're going to put in your body all day. I love it. My energy level is up. My self-confidence is up. And the same can happen for you. It doesn't have to take you a year or 2 years. You can start getting results fairly quickly. The long-term goal is health. It's a lifestyle. I love RVL because it's something I can live with for the rest of my life. Get on RVL and begin exercising, and every area of your life can be complete